Okay, Crafting Tune. Today we're going to make a corner fold card, and I want it to fit in a 6x6 envelope. So we're going to start off with a piece of pecan pie that measures 12 by 12. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer, because we're going to cut it down so that it will fit in a 6x6 envelope. So all I'm going to do is take it down to 11 3/4. So we're going to take it down to 11 3/4. So I'll take that little strip off there, turn it around and go to 11 3/4. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is get my blade out of the way for the moment. I'm going to score that at 5 7/8. So I'm going to score that 5 7/8 down the middle. Doesn't matter which one you choose. And then I'm going to turn that just 90 degrees and score down to 5 7/8. So I'm going to go from the top down to just the score line. So we're only going to take the score down to that other score line. So I'm going to score it up. So I'm making sure that this here, if you can see, that has a little mark on there. I'm making sure that that is in line with that score line that's already there. So make sure you've got it on your 5 7/8, and then just score that up. And now I'm not going to move it at all. I'm holding it there, and I'm going to bring up my cutting blade now to this score line. So I'm going to bring up the cutting line there, just to that score line. Okay, so now just going to make sure I'm going to twist it so that we've got this score line here and this score line here on my track. So I'm just going to make sure that hoping I can see, I can't do anything about it. It's going to be out. So that score line there has got to go in your trimmer, and the bottom one. So I'm just going to make sure that they line up. So it's a bit difficult with my camera in the way, so I'm going to do the best I can. You could do this manually as well. Ooh, nearly. I'm going to take the blade out so I don't make any mistakes. Okay, so just going to make sure now that is hitting that track there. And hit that track there. Just take your time with this, because the more accurate you are here, the better. So doing that, and as I say, you could just do that with your scoring tool and ruler to measure it down there. Now I'm going to turn it the opposite way to do the same thing. So let me get this through. So I'm going to again make sure that it lines up in that track there, and the bottom has got to line up in the track as well. So I sometimes find it easier if you put your running track down and then just kind of adjust it. Make sure that it's absolutely where you want it to be. When you're happy, go for it. There we go. So you should end up with your card looking like you've got an upside down V and the cut at the bottom. Now we're going to score on those lines. So I'm going to fold it in half. and just burnish down that score line, and this will come together like that. So I'm going to score it the other way now. That's it. So let's give it a nice crisp groove. That'll move about. That's going to go like that. Now these two are going to flat down, so I'm going to fold it towards the centre and then score down either side, score it, fold it towards the centre and score it down there. Okay, so that will be your corner fold. So it's making a large impressive card. I'm not doing a small one, I'm doing a large one. Okay, now this underneath is needing something to put on to actually hold it together. Now I don't like using magnets if I use it for children, but if I use it for adults, I do put a magnet there. So I'm going to get my magnets out. I've got to get them out. Sorry about that. So I'm going to get a magnet out ready, because I'll put one on the bottom to secure it, and then one's going to go onto the top like that. So when that is secured down, that will hold it in position. So before I do any more, I'm going to hold those in position. So I like to use glue dots, and I've got 10mm glue dots. So I'm going to put one on the top. So it needs to be that way. Whoops. Just making sure that you get the right one. That's it. So that needs to be down on there. So I'm going to get my glue dot, peel it off the back and put it down there in the corner. And then the other one, of course, needs to be on this bit. So I'm going to make sure that I put my glue dot on that side. So I'm just going to hold it there, pick it off so that I know which side I'm putting my glue dot. Just make sure I've got that, oh, sticky, in position, and then I'm just going to make sure that it's correct here. When I'm happy, just gonna press it down. Okay, and then we should now be all right, that will be there like that. Okay, right, now what I've done already is I've cut out our mats and layers. So we want to cut, first of all, we're wanting to cut 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and you want 3 of these. Okay, so you want 3 to start with, and we're going to leave one hole like this. So I'm just going to put this in position. So I'm just going to glue this down now. So I've used Pecan Pie, which is our new revamp colour. So we've got the Pecan Pie. Just going to give it an equal increment all the way round. Have I gone and cut? Oh, that's why I've stuck that over there. And that, what's going wrong with my card? Why is it not... right, so let's just pull it, oops, let's pull it a little bit over. Seem to be pulling over enough. That's about right. Yeah, that's about right. And I'm just going to give an added bit of glue on my magnets there. Okay. and smoothing any edges. And of course, I'm not going to put anything on this one at the present, but you could put the same piece of card on. I forgot about that. I might cut that in white later, but I'm going to build the rest of the card up because I've got everything for that. So you, as I say, will need 3 pieces. Now we're going to need triangular pieces, so I'm just going to pop that out of the way, and we're going to bring in one of the pieces, because you'll have to do this with 2 of your pieces, but I've already done one, so I'm just going to show you how I did it. So this is 5 3/4 by 5 3/4, and you're going to stick it in your track. Now I'm going to put my blade back in. You're going to stick the points in your track. So making sure that your point is absolutely in the middle of that track and the bottom. Now, I'm not going to start at the very bottom of the actual square. I'm just going to come just only slightly up, and then I'm going to run that all the way down. So you'll see I didn't quite do all of it. I'm holding it firm, bringing the blade back down, and just at the very bottom, I'm coming the opposite way. Okay, so that gives me 2 triangles. So that's how I cut all of my pieces to get my triangular pieces. I don't know, I think I've cut the rest, so I just wanted to show you. Right, I'm going to bring back in my card base, and then I can put these bits on here now. So actually that looks too big. I don't know what's gone off here. That is slightly too big, so I'm going to have to take a little bit off it. Let me have a look at the size. Did I not cut this the right size? Put that back in. 5 3/4. Yes, it is 5 3/4. Just going to measure my triangle. Make sure what these are measuring. Yeah, 6 and 7/8. So that should work, and it's not. Oh, there is a slight gap when I fit it. Oh, right, there's a slight gap. I did want a slightly bigger gap than that, but that'll do. If you want, I'd cut that smaller. So instead of doing it 5 3/4, I would actually take them all down by 1/8 of an inch. So that would be 5 blue, and then I'll think about the maths. So I'm going to put that on. I'm putting it right up to the fold, so it does go right up to the fold. Now I'm just making sure that I've got equal increments all the way around. That's it. So I've got a very narrow border down there, and then I'm going to put this one on the other side like that. So if it's 3/4, that is 4/8, 5/8, 6/8. So we want it 5/8. So 5 5/8 I would do it instead. Give yourself a better border than mine. It's too late, I've committed to mine now. I don't know whether I've cut this piece of card slightly wonky, and that's what's happening. Okay, so that's fine. And then I then have done the same with my DSP. So this measures started off with a square that measured 5.5. So these measured 5.5, and then I showed you the same way of cutting. And so these are just gonna go. I'm just gonna see which way I want them. Look. So just have a look how you want them. Yeah, I want them that way, so I'm going to glue them on there like that. So this was on the farm, and you got this DSP free when you in celebration. So I bought on the farm set, and then I've still got the papers left, and I'm coordinating it with my so I'm going right up to the edge with that, but giving myself a nice border around there. What's the name of it? The brown. Oh, my mind today is not cooperating, I'm afraid. It'll come to me in a minute or two. So I'm just going to make sure I've got equal increment around the outside. That goes there. So that's going to be looking like that. And then the same with the square. I'm going to just do like that. Early espresso, of course. Early espresso. Just deciding. Doesn't matter that way. So either of those two. Okay. I'm going to pop that on there with equal increments all the way round. Okay. And now we've done those, we're going to do these two panels. So again, you cut your 5 7/8 in half. No, scrap that. 5 5/8 you want, and cut it as I showed you, and that will give you a better margin. It. There we go, and this one. So the brown is early espresso. Pecan pie is my base of my card. I'm really liking the pecan pie because we had cinnamon cider that I really liked, and the cinnamon cider obviously is no longer available, and they didn't bring that back, but they brought the pecan pie, which is a similar colour, not the same. So again, I did the same as my base and cut this in half. I wanted it to be contrast, so that gives me a nice contrast there. So can you see now that I've got a little bit of brown showing, so that offsets that. Just gives it, rather than being too black there and too dark. Doing that, and again I'm looking for equal increment all the way around. So that's setting that off. So so there's a little bit of that pecan pie showing there. So this is what it's looking like. Let me get rid of my magnets. So it's coming along now. Now, what I've done is I have used the, and I think I'll get it back to show, no, frame frets. Just let me I've got them all out and I needed a bit of space, so I tidied them back away. So with my frame florets, the biggest one here, I have cut out the centre. So I've cut out the centre in the coordinating that matches, and put that on one side. And then for the base that's going to work as the easel, I have used the middle one here because you don't need it as big as that. And what I did is I folded a piece of card in half, and then instead of cutting, you can see it better on that, instead of cutting the oval out, what you need to do is where your fold is, you need to just pull it down so that you can see. Can you see? So put on that blue bit. You've got a gap there, and then when you cut that out, and I did this with my mini, so it's strong enough to do it. And then I just folded it in half, and I'm going to burnish that more now. So let's pop that out of the way. Pop that out of the way a minute, and there. So I'm going to really burnish that down now. Okay, and that will be there for my easel that I'm going to make, and that's going to stick on the top. But we're going to concentrate on this part first. So I thought I'd bring in a bit of stamping, and I've got these lovely fields, and I'm going to see if this will work for me. I'm going to try. So I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to actually start in between. So when I'm saying top, I mean about halfway down roughly. And then I'm going to come out and come out on that one. And then we'll have that on there. So of course, that is not any green in there. So I'm going to bring in my mini brush, and I've not tried this out, but I'm hoping this is going to work. So I'm going to come in now and colour in my fields. Now, let's see if I've got a piece of paper. Don't really want to go over the top, so I'm just going to lay that there so that it'll give me, I'm going to take it a bit deeper now. Going to bring in that. Bring in a bit deeper. Just be patient and just build it up slowly. And then I'm going to move that over that way a bit. Let's just hold it in place. Going to just take that there. And it doesn't matter if you get lighter and darker shades, that's going to be absolutely fine, because we're going to stick our tree in front of this that you'll see that I've made in a minute. And then I thought I would bring in my Balmy Blue. So my Balmy Blue is over here, and to do my sky bit. Right, now because I've done the green on that side, I'm going to turn over to do my blue, and just same as what I did before, I'm going to just do that so that it doesn't go on my green. Just bringing it in. I love in these small brushes. I use them more than the big brushes, really. And I'm just going to take this down there. got some lighter and darker shades in. Just rub over the top to get that there. That's fine. And then what I thought I'd do for a bit different, thought I've not tried this, but I just had this idea, and once I get an idea I want to try it out. So I'm going to do the craft white and the clouds. So I'm going to put some, now you can't probably see them very well at the minute, but let's see, put that there. There. What I thought I'd do is bring in my Whisper White pencil, and I'm going to see how it comes out. Come on. I can't. No, actually, I can't. White pencil's not being as effective as what I thought it would be. You might be lifting it slightly so that you can see it's not doing it as good as what I thought it would do. So it might be the ink. I've not allowed the ink to dry. No, it's not working quite as good as what I thought it might work. I don't know whether I'm picking some of the... No, it's not. I can just see the clouds faintly there. You probably can't, but I can see. Oh, you can there. So I've done the clouds like that. Okay, now I'm going to bring back in my easel, and I'm just going to put glue on the bottom part here. So only on that bottom part. So now they're not the same size. So what I'm going to do is make sure that that is level with the bottom, and make sure that it's more or less even and not wonky. So I'm looking at the straightness at the top, and that's even there, and that's at the bottom. Okay, and that will then come up like this. So pop that down for the moment. Hope I've not got too much glue on. Bring back in my top part of my card again and remove this before we get anything on it. And this is going to sit, have it come about here. And I'm going to glue that down. So I just put some glue on the back of there. And I'll look again at the position. Could have actually done a bigger one. I didn't know how big I could go, because when you've not made the card up, possibly could have gone bigger with my ovals. So let's see, we'll have it about there. So I'll just see when it's flat there. Now what I did ahead of time, because this took me some time to do, but I hope you really love this. I love the leaves. Now this is quite curvy. The dies that went with quite curvy has the ivy in it, and when you put the die in, did I leave that die out? Yes, I did. When you put the die, I might have got the piece I've cut it out of, so let me bring it forward. Okay, when you put the die in, the die cuts out all the leaves and it leaves this lovely pattern beside it, but I really just wanted the leaves, so it gives you varying leaves. And this is where you need your take your pick tool, because it's invaluable when doing this, so that I could just pick up the leaf, stick a bit of glue on the back, and then put it on the tree. So I only ran that through, as you can see, I've run it through twice, this die from, it's really lovely, there it is, really lovely. So I just ran that through twice on Garden Green. Let me put that out of the way. I really love the curvy, and I'm going to actually mount that up with a few dimensionals. So let's put that on the back with a few dimensionals. And of course this is where the minis come into their own, because I'll stick minis on this too. Although I could stick some regular ones on it, but I will need some minis, so I'll stick a regular one at the bottom. Can I get away with, oh, no, I'm going to go for minis after that, so it will just give it a nice support. So I'm going to stick that up there, bit there on that branch, stick a bit there. Can I get one? I think I can get one there. Right, so I think that will do. So I'm going to take the box off now. So I can't remember the name of the tree that was. This actually is a tree die that came with a magazine. So I never got that one from Stampin' Up, which was, I think my daughter-in-law did. Hi Valerie, how are you? Hope you like what I've done so far. So I thought that'd be nice there. And then I've cut out a load of animals from the paper. Oh, but before we do that, I think I'll decorate here. So I've also stamped Your 1 in a Million out of that set, and I'm just going to get the normal size ones for this, and I want to put it only on Your 1 because I want it, I've just shaped it. So what I did is I actually did 1 of Your Million stamped, and then I used the quite curvy, just pick it up so you can see. And what I did was I went underneath. Let me see whereabouts it goes. Can't find it now. How I know that I've done it. Oh, that way he goes. Does it go that way? Yeah, I'll find it eventually. There, that's it. So I put that under there like that, and then I moved it up like that, so that's how I've cut out this. And then I just literally shaped it with my hands, so I tucked it down so that it just gave me a shape like that. And I'm just going to stick that going there, and then I'll just, actually I could have done with mounting it a little bit more, so I'm actually going to stick 2 dimensionals because I want that to pop up a bit more. So I'm going to stick 2 dimensionals. This is going to be hand given, not sent by post. So I'm wanting it to come up and then go down. I think I might be able to get 2 more on actually. So I'm going to put that on there, and then I'm going to bring in that other one so that's giving me support for Your 1, bringing it up, and then the million I'm just going to put whereabouts the M is. I'm just going to put a bit of glue on that to hold it in position so it comes off like that. So Your 1 in a Million. There we go. So it's coming in and out. And then I've done the happy birthday, and again I've done it, curved it a bit, so bringing it up. So again I'm going to stick 2 on where the happy is going, and I'm going to stick just a dab of glue where my bend is, and I'm going to stick, oops, I'm going to stick it that way. There. Oh, can't see that, sorry, out of shot, so that it's going running up and down. Okay, and they're coming off. Right, now I also wanted a stopper, of course, so I've used the sun out of Thoughtful Banners, and the hearts are from All for Baby, but many sets have got hearts in. Family Party's got sun in, bigger than this, but that would be absolutely, well, depends who you're sending it to, doesn't it? So it might not be a sun. Okay, so I'm going to put some dimensionals, and I wasn't going to glue that on. I was going to do 2 sets of up on 2 sets of dimensionals, but actually I think again I'm just going to pop 2 dimensionals on top of each other, just that it gives it that added support when you put it down, that it will definitely stop it. So I'm just going to put that about there, and that will come there. Right, now I've got from the Flame Ferrettes just a little reminder that you're loved, so I thought that that could go across my tree as well. So I'm gonna just dab a bit of glue across there and just pop that on there, and then a bit of glue on the back, and just put that going off there. And I will find the animals in a minute. I've got them out ready. I know that, oh sorry, hope that didn't make you seasick. I have to check that I've got in the right position. I know I've got my animals somewhere. I thought I'd get them. Oh, there, burying. So the DSP enabled you to cut out all these animals, so I thought I'd stick some of my animals on. I was thinking I'd quite like a little sheep down here, so I think I'm going to stick him on there. So I'll just put dimensional at the front, but I'll put a little bit of glue on the back because he's going to sit there. Just make sure I've not got it too far away, so he's going to sit down like that. I think I'll pop some on dimensionals of my pig going up here. I think I'll just get a mini on the end, so got my pigs, and I think that can go off my happy birthday there. I don't know whether to put some, I think I might put some cows in the background. I'm not going to put dimensionals on these, I'm just going to glue them down, so that can go on the back there. I don't know whether it's got any cows the other way. I think the pigs all went. I think I'll have this cow. I always even cut half the ones off, because what I'll do is I'll just take him and put him right there, so that he's coming off there, and I think I'll put another cow then. Up. Coming off. So it takes you ages to cut these out, but it's well worth it, because then you've got the resource just to pull from. So I'm going to stick him down there. Now they look as though they're eating, so I think I can get away with putting a flower for them to eat. I know it's a male card, but he could be eating a flower. So put that underneath him, and we'll have some little bits of these leaves that I cut out as well. He can be eating one of them. Let me pop that down, and he can be eating one of them. And let's see if I can find some. I didn't know whether I had to fussy cut these, some of these, put a little bit more. In fact, I'm going to lay this down a minute and put that there, see if I can find any more. And go. And then we'll just have the other one having a blue flower. May as well do it the same flower. He can be eating that flower there. Okay, and have I got any more? Oh, I found another one. Let's see if I can find several of them that have been cut. Yeah, I've got one there. And let's see if there's any more that I've got cut. Yeah. So I'm finding them now. So I'm going to scatter some of these about now. So I'll put a few there. And okay. And I've got two that can go over this bit. And that bit there. Let's just have a look how that's looking. So I'll just pull that together again. I quite like that. Let's see. There were sheep, cows and pigs, I think. Just wondering what to put. I've got 3 cows. Just seeing if there's anything to put up on that one. I've put in a couple of, oh, that's a one that's half the one that I want for the others. So I have got sheep, yeah, I'll put yeah, I'll put that. I'll push up on dimensionals, I think. And I'm losing them. Okay, so I'll just pop it on one. Let's see where I want it to be. So coming off there, you're 1 in a million sheep there, and then that goes there like that. No, I think less is more. So I have got some hearts that are from the old snail it. And there's some pebbles. Let's see. Find them in a minute. Yes. So I just feel this looks a little bit bare. So I think I'll just put some white hearts. I think just gonna randomly put them, I think. Get out of my way, sheep. And always put odd numbers, so let's go for 5. And up there, like that. Okay, so there we go. Let's move these out of the way. So if I turn it that way, hopefully you'll get the full view of it. I will take a camera shot, so that will be at the video, because what I do is do it with it live. Oh, I hope my screen has not changed. Right, so I tend to just let it do the snapshot, then take a picture and then go into edit and put the finished card on. So that's what I do these days. Now, to write on it, we're going to do the secret writing underneath. So this would be where I put a verse and do it. So we'll get a piece of card. Where's my white? Had a piece that I've been using. Is that white card? Yeah, that's white card. So I'm going to see how wide this is. Oh, actually, I do want to cover that magnet, don't I? So I think I might do it the same in the brown. So did I have any more of my espresso left? Might have to get another piece. It looks like it, so bear with. Shall I do garden green? Oh, actually, garden green is very handy. I think I'm going to swap with the colour scheme and do garden green for that bit. So I think that was, I think I did it 5 3/4. So I'm going to make this 5 3/4. So let's get rid of that. 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. Let's get rid of that. And then I'll take the white down now. So the white's going to be, so let's see how wide. I'm just going to make this a square, I think. So that is 4 7/8. So I'm just going to make that 4 7/8. Move that out of the way. Now that's going to go on there, and I want to do a bit of stamping on there. So I've got to decide on what's going to be my birthday. Where's my frame florets gone? That's it. It's wishes for a beautiful birthday. Oh, for a special person on a special day. I think we'll go that. So let's bring in special person on a special day. I think it's that one. I've just got that. Move that out of the way. And we'll pull that in there with garden green. That's it, I think, around there, I think. Okay, let's move that out of the way. Let's not. Let's do some stamping of feels like that. Oh no, I won't go to the top. I'll leave that. So I think I'll leave it at that. Just got a little bit of ink left on my brush, and I'm not re-inking it up. Just going to give it that little bit of colour like that. That's it. Okay, and bring back in the card. So now make sure I don't get anything on this, because I'm going to have to open it up again and bring in the garden green. Oops. So I'm going to stick that over the top. So equal increments if you can. That's over, come doing it again. Oh, done it. That's it. Just bring that down. There we go. And then in the middle of that, I'm going to put the place where we're going to write, but of course that will not be visible because it's going to go in the middle there, like that. And then you're writing that bit, but that will be hidden. That goes up there like that, and those go down there like that. So I hope you like that. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Thank you for the person that gave me the thumbs up already. I do appreciate it. Thank you that you've stopped by. I do appreciate that you watching my videos very much. So thank you. Stay safe, stay well. God bless. Take care. Bye for now.